day 12 and I'm relieved that today is done. So if you're familiar with the concept of hangry, which is hunger and anger put together means that you're hangry. Today I had hunger rage. I don't think I've ever experienced this before, but it started when I saw someone eating literally heated up Kraft macaroni and cheese, which normally I would think that's pretty gross, but it smelled really good. I don't know what it is, maybe just like the starches or what, but I was so hungry at that point. I think it was like 11:30 in the day and I hadn't had my coffee or anything at that point and I was starving and I was just so mad and I didn't want to eat low carb. So I was just angry. Like, have you ever felt that way, especially being on some sort of eating plan where you're just mad that you can't have what you actually want? So that was a first for me. And then when food was brought up or like, oh, what are you going to eat to stay on your plan? I didn't want to talk about it. I was like, just don't talk to me about it. I don't want to hear. So needless to say, I was not pleasant until I ate. I ended up having 3 scrambled eggs, 3 pieces of bacon, I think 5 sausage links, and coffee with heavy cream and stevia. I know my menu is pretty boring. I'll try to add some variety if you want to see variety, but right now I'm just doing whatever I don't have to think about because I think trying to make decisions just kind of stresses me out. So it's working for me to do kind of the same thing over and over. And actually, if you go look at a lot of popular weight loss influencers like Felicia Keithley, and I want to say Obese to Beast and a few others, I think he also kind of had like a similar meal plan all the time where he ate the same thing for a long time. And that's where I'm at right now. I don't want to make a decision. I'm already like a little cranky that I want like sourdough bread, you know, like crispy sourdough, hot out of the oven with butter. You know, I just want something completely carby. So I don't want to have to think about what I'm having. So that was an interesting experience today. I was not pleasant. Once I ate, I was much better. I watched one of those cheesy, like Hallmark type Netflix Christmas movies and it was a lot better. But anyway, so I'm happy to be done with today. I did lose another 0.8 pounds today, which is almost a pound, so I'm happy with it. I do want to put a disclaimer out there that if you are not losing weight super fast, that is fine. And honestly, for a lot of people, if they were to lose weight as quickly as I did, it would be really bad for them, especially if they didn't have that much weight to lose. I had to start off with probably 100 pounds to lose, so I'm not even close to my goal yet. And I am 5'11", and I am full of lean muscle mass. So I do have things working in my favor that is helping me drop weight. I also do have a long history of dropping weight incredibly fast. Every single time I've ever gone on any diet, I usually lose weight really fast in the beginning. And it doesn't seem to matter because every time I stop that diet, the weight comes right back. So this is not a race. And what we're trying to do here is finally find something that's sustainable for us. So I'm posting this out here because when I was really at my worst, obviously, right before I started, I would have wanted to see like, okay, if I just start, I can be out of the hole. You know, I wouldn't want to hear like, it's going to take me 3 years to get to my goal. That would not have motivated me personally. But I don't want people to feel bad about that. I don't want them to be frustrated. I don't want them to be saying, this isn't working because it's been a week and I've only lost a couple of pounds. That is a lie. So don't tell yourself that because you are 2 pounds less than you were last week. And by the end of the year, if you did 2 pounds a week, where would you be? You'd be over 100 pounds, you know what I mean? I know that's not sustainable because most of you only have 15, 20, 30 pounds to lose. But, you know, as long as you keep going, you're doing really great. So I just wanted to put that out there. I keep seeing a couple of people that are saying, oh no, I'm frustrated. It's not coming off. It's okay. And we are going through the holiday season and there are going to be hiccups. Let's just for once not set ourselves up for failure. Let's just be okay with whatever happens this holiday. If you eat, whatever, a cookie, holiday cookie, or a mocha frappuccino, or whatever you have, your little holiday peppermint bark, just get back on the wagon. It's not going to kill you having one thing. So I think people need to give themselves a little bit of grace. And I think they also need to not see everything as black and white, like, oh no, I'm doomed, and so I might as well just blow it all off. Because that was me. That has been me every single time I've ever lost weight is, well, it's already ruined. It wasn't perfect. So I might as well just eat a pint of Ben & Jerry's. And that is really ridiculous. I mean, if I was telling myself advice, I would have been like, what are you thinking? But when you're in it, it's hard to see it that way. And it's really hard for people who want everything to be right all the time. So I just needed to put that out there. This is the first time in my life that I've started everything that's not perfect. It bugs me to death that I'm just filming on my phone with ugly stuff in the background in my garage. Normally I would want a perfect background and a perfect camera setup and a perfect microphone, but we're not doing things perfect this time. And sometimes it's the one time that you didn't do it perfectly. You didn't start on a Monday. You didn't start on January 1st, that you actually finally did it. It was like, okay, I was finally just ready and I just did it then. Like, oh, I ate like junk breakfast and lunch and finally I had enough and I started at dinner. And it's totally okay to do that. You don't have to have a whole perfect day to start. So I just wanted to throw that out there because it's really hard in the weight loss community to feel like you have to do everything 100% right. And there's no right in this. I mean, the right thing for us would be finding something that we can live with, where we can still enjoy our life, where we can feel great in our own skin, and where we can have energy. So that is the ultimate goal that we're working for. And I just kind of felt like I had to put this out there as a public service announcement that we cannot lose sight of the whole big picture in all of this. So I hope that you guys are doing great. I know some of you might be traveling. I don't know if I'm going to hear from some of you, but I would love updates on what you're doing and how you're feeling, because I think a lot of our struggle most of the time is also a mental thing, and it's okay to deal with other things too. Right now I'm going to therapy, and that's helping me, because you can't just keep using things like food and stuff as a band-aid for whatever you actually need to deal with. So if you have stuff you're going through, feel free to put it in there for me to see as well. This whole thing started just because I wanted accountability for myself, and it's grown into so much more, and it feels like there's camaraderie in what we're doing. So I hope that you feel the same way. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel. You can like this video and leave a comment. I would love to hear really anything about you, what plan you're on, how you're doing, updates on your life, and maybe what your motivation is in all of this. Like, do you want more energy? Do you want to live a longer life for your kids? Do you want to look amazing and feel amazing? For me, one of the things is I don't really want to shop at plus size clothing stores anymore. I don't like having only a few options. I've resorted to pretty much having an all black wardrobe, but I feel like on the inside, I relate with like Penelope from Criminal Minds, or the girl from Me Before You, that character. I like all the weird quirky patterns and all the colors, and that's what I want to be, and I want more options in my clothing. So I have honestly a limitless amount of reasons why I want to do this, but what are your reasons? I'd love to hear them. Anyway, I will see you on my next installment.